This is everything we brought for 6 months of travel. And we have been all over the place. And in today's video, we're going to show you exactly what's in our suitcases, my top 5 styling tips, and we're also going to share all the unnecessary things we don't travel with anymore.
So these are the 2 suitcases that we travel with. Obviously, because they're carry-on, they're pretty small. This is the bigger one of the 2. It's also newer, but as you probably noticed, we are rolling with some duct tape on our bag. That's because it broke on the way to Bosnia and Herzegovina. We also have this cat bag, which Aimara has had with her for like 6 or 7 years. This one is durable as heck. We love this bag so much. It's also a great conversation starter when you're in the check-in line at the airport.
Everyone loves it, and this is the one that I usually carry, but it is not the one I use because it is a lot smaller. So all my stuff is actually in the boring one, and G stuff is in the cat one. Let's show you what's inside. The first thing you'll notice is that I'm a packing cube kind of girl, and I love compressible packing cubes because they help me keep my bag very organized and also with space management. For example, this is the packing cube that I have for tops. So whatever tops fit in here are the ones that I'm bringing. If it doesn't fit, then it's not going. And I also like that these are compressible. So as you can see, there's a big difference between these two. You can't always compress them. It depends on how much you put in them, but it is a very useful feature. And these packing cubes are amazing because they're from fellow travel vloggers that started their business, and we actually admire them very much. It's a brand called Trip Travel Gear, and they're on Amazon. Definitely check them out. We're gonna put all those links and stuff in the description. So if you need packing cubes, then consider supporting other travel vloggers. I'll show you what's inside the packing cubes now. Now that you know all the clothes that I bring with me, I'm gonna tell you my top 5 styling tips so you can maximize everything that you bring in your suitcase and why I like bringing certain pieces over other ones. First styling tip is neutrals. This might be a no-brainer, but neutrals are everything, but also you can get a little bit creative here because you can also think about printed pieces that you want to bring, like stripes or flowers, but also make sure that they have colors in common so they go well together and you can create even more outfits. Styling tip number 2, make sure to pack tops and bottoms that are the same color or the same shade, because if you pair like this, the same color top with the same color skirt, you can make it look like a dress. And if you do that with the top and pants, you can make it look like a jumpsuit. Layers are very important and often overlooked, I think, so always make sure to pack a couple of layered pieces like a chambray shirt or a linen shirt. I prefer whites. It goes with everything. It is my go-to. I like them because they protect from the cold, from the sun. If you have to go inside a temple or a church, you usually have to cover your shoulders, so you always have them with you. And also you can throw them over any outfit to make it look a little bit different, and you can tie them around your waist. There's a lot you can do with those. Don't forget to pack your layering pieces. I always pack a pashmina with me, and I love them because you can use them as a beach towel. You can use them as a cover up when you're at the pool or at the beach. You can wear them to cover your head if you're going inside a mosque or a temple. You can also use them to cover your shoulders. You can use them as scarves. You can bring them on travel days to have an extra layer to protect yourself from the cold. Pashminas are a must. They're always in my backpack on travel days, and I usually carry them with me all the time. And last but not least, accessories are everything. So my favorite accessories are headbands. I travel with 3 headbands. I have this little thing that has, I think, 4 or 5 pairs of earrings that help elevate my outfit. So I wear basic pieces, but then if you wear the right accessories, it makes it look extra stylish. I only travel with 1 bag, a crossbody bag that I think helps to look a little bit more polished, and also a neck scarf so you can have like cute ponytails, or you can tie them around your neck, or you can tie them around your back. I love a good neck scarf. All of these tips obviously don't apply to everyone and it depends on your personal style, but these are some of the things that I like to think about when I'm trying to maximize all the ways that I can create outfits with a small suitcase, and it has worked for me and I hope it works for you. I included a separate PDF in the description only for girls because I know like most guys are not interested in any of this stuff. So there's a PDF in the description that you have like a packing list, all the links to my favorite pieces, styling tips, and also links to my personal blog where I share all my travel outfits. So all of that is going to be linked in the description if you're interested. Now let me show you all the other stuff in my suitcase that I do not fit in packing cubes. So I have my white sneakers that I love. They need to be replaced obviously, but these are awesome. We both love this brand so much. They are sustainable and most importantly they are very comfortable. So we haven't used another brand since we left to travel the world full time, and that says a lot about like how comfortable they are. These are my hiking shoes and also my gym shoes. Very versatile, awesome, also super comfortable. These are my dress up sandals, more or less, that's how I like to call them. I wear these when I wear like a dress or if I want to look a little bit nicer. These are very nice, just regular leather sandals, and these ones are technically not in my suitcase because these are the ones that I usually wear with me on travel days, and these are waterproof Birkenstocks and they're awesome. I also travel with one bathing suit. Usually the places that we go to, there's always a beach or a pool involved. So this, if you've seen our videos, you know that I wear this bathing suit a lot and I love it, and it's a little bit more expensive, but it's so flattering and it lasts so long. Like the quality is great, so I totally recommend this brand. I also travel with a robe. Kind of random. I would only recommend that you travel with this if you really like robes and PJs and all this stuff like I do. I might not keep traveling with this, honestly, but I'm gonna miss it because I do like it, but it's also in my suitcase. I travel with this face towel that is non-negotiable because I don't like to dry my face with Airbnb towels or with hotel towels, so this is a must for me. I have this curling iron that is great for traveling because it doesn't take a lot of space, and this is also something that I use a couple times a week at least. My menstrual product bag, usually empty. I filled it up so I can show you that it does fit in the bag because this is something that you buy as you need, and it's just like tampons and pads. And I also have a menstrual cup in there that I rarely use. Not gonna get into that right now. And I also have this for my dirty laundry. That's pretty much it. I have other stuff, but they are in the backpack and I'll show you why. So we're gonna explain everything that we fit in our backpacks later in the video. But now, this is gonna be quick. You're gonna see what G brings with him.
Now let's see what's inside the cat bag. So the first thing you might notice is that Aimara and I have very different packing styles. I don't use packing cubes. I don't have a huge wardrobe in here. Also not a lot of diversity, so it doesn't make a ton of sense for me to organize them in different packing cubes. Also, I don't really like them because it makes me feel like I'm unpacking twice, but that's just me. Anyway, in my suitcase, there's basically two sides. There's all my t-shirts and shorts, and then underwear and shoes on this side, but we'll start with the t-shirts. So I travel with 8 total t-shirts. That's 7 right here, plus the one that I'm wearing. And all of them are very simple, dark colors, usually solids or heather. Heather is very nice because if you sweat in it, you can't really tell, or if you get a stain on it, you cannot really tell, which is wonderful for me. Also, 5 of these t-shirts are from the very same brand. It is one of the only brands in the world that I will stand behind 100%. I've had some of these for 4 years and they're still in great shape. And actually, this brand is the only one that I wear for shorts as well. So for me personally, the most important thing with all my clothes is versatility and quality, and these shorts are definitely versatile. I wear them when I'm walking around the city, going to the gym, swimming, everything. That's why I only travel with 4 pairs of shorts. And also these kind of have a cool feature. They have a little zipper here where you can put your keys, some cash, credit cards. You don't have to worry about people with sneaky fingers. So this is literally the only pair of pants that I travel with. These are joggers. You'll see me wearing these in the airport, longer travel days in buses, when we're going out on a date, because you can also dress these up. And tall people will appreciate this. This brand also makes kind of like long version of pants. So this is huge. You know the struggle if you're tall that you can't always find pants that fit. These are awesome. I also have this long sleeve t-shirt. This is from our local dive shop in Florida. It has a hammerhead on it. It's one of my favorite animals. But this is just good when it's a very hot day, but you don't feel like putting on sunscreen, so your arms won't burn when you wear this. Definitely recommend a long sleeve t-shirt. So on this side of my suitcase, we have my underwear socks, shoes, and miscellaneous items. So I travel with 7 pairs of boxer briefs, 7 pairs of no-show socks. You don't want to get too much because these things are just very easy to wash, like in a bathtub or sink, and they'll dry pretty quickly. Also, I have 1 pair of compression socks. I wear these on long flights because I have an irrational fear about blood clots. And I have 3 pairs of shoes. Now it's time for a rapid fire of miscellaneous items. We have a dry bag. This keeps our camera equipment dry when we're somewhere wet. We have a little bit of workout equipment, so just some basic bands. We just have the heaviest ones because otherwise it takes up too much space. So just 3. We have my laundry bag, cool. We have a sarong that I purchased in Sri Lanka and is really cool, but probably won't go with me on the next trip. Eye mask for in the plane. Goggles for in the pool.
They were upside down.
And last but not least, medicine bag. So when we first started traveling, we used to travel with way more medication and first aid kit stuff than this, probably like 5 times more, but we've downsized a ton. And it's very good that we did because it turns out that you don't need a lot of this stuff because the world has first aid kit and medication. However, some things that we need are the inhaler because Aimara has asthma. Dramamine is in fact good to have, especially when you go to places with mountains and mountain roads. You don't want to be stuck in a bus for like 14 hours just like whining all over the place. This is specific to Aimara, she gets a little bit of car sickness. Imodium, kind of same idea. You don't want to be stuck in a bus for 14 hours if you have stomach problems. We needed this in Mexico City when we were traveling back to the US on a flight. Very, very helpful. That was me. And the rest of the stuff, I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. Zyrtec?
Allergy medicine.
Allergy medicine. This seems to be in Sri Lankan. Can't read a word.
Sinola.
Sinola. Alka-Seltzer. This is in Spanish. We picked it up in Mexico. These little tea packets that we picked up in Sri Lanka, which apparently help with colds and just like indigestion. Those are actually pretty good. First aid ointment. 1 Band-Aid in case we get 1 blister. And toalete disinfectante. Where is this from? From Rome?
I don't know.
What language is that? Maybe it's Romanian. Disinfectants. That's all our stuff. We never use it.
And earplugs.
Oh, and earplugs. This we do use. This is huge. Earplugs. Put it on your packing list because your neighbors might be loud, the dogs might be loud, everything's loud. Your significant other might be loud. Get earplugs. Zone it out. This is a good tip. This is our camera backpack. We have this YouTube channel and also a travel blog, so we just travel with a ton of different camera equipment. That's not really what this video is about, so we're not going to talk about it in too much detail. If you are interested, we are including all the stuff in the description below, so you can check out our camera equipment. But we have 2 tips that we hold inside this black backpack that are relevant to any kind of traveler.
Yeah.
The first is this power strip. It may seem kind of bulky, but it lays flat in this backpack or even in any kind of like suitcase. And obviously you can charge all your devices in here, so like laptops, cell phone, those kind of things all at the same time. So we think it's super useful. Yeah. And we also have this universal travel adapter. So obviously different countries have different outlets, and this one has never failed us. So even if you go to Western Europe, I think different countries have different outlets. So it's good to have one of these at all times.
And we also have this green backpack, aka a day bag, and right now it's exactly packed how we would pack it on a long travel day, and I'm also wearing exactly what I would wear on a long travel day. I'll explain the reasoning behind that in a second. I have my makeup bag, I have a bunch of tech stuff, so like all my external USBs, headphones and all that stuff. I also have my laptop here, but it's right there, but usually it would go in here. My pashmina that I mentioned earlier, it's a must. It keeps me warm on travel days. I always get cold. And the best advice is this packing cube.
Before we get into this, let me just clarify one point. So even though that we travel with 2 carry-ons, we usually check our carry-ons, which is probably gonna drive some people nuts.
Yep.
However, usually on long international travel days, we have some kind of layover and we just don't want to be dragging a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Also because we're often filming on these long travel days. Also, once we're in certain places like Asia or Europe, like the low-cost carriers, they don't like allow a lot of like checked luggage or like even like big luggage, you know? So it just helps to have carry-on.
Yeah, and another reason, if you're gonna travel internally, even if it's by bus or train, it is a lot easier to have carry-ons, and that's why we recommend that you have them. But let's get into what's inside this packing cube. Again, what I put in here depends on where we're going, so in case our luggage gets lost, I at least have clothes for the first few days. And I also make sure that whatever is in here matches whatever I'm wearing on the travel day so I can create more outfits. So in here I have my PJs, I have a bra, 1, 2, 3 tops, a skirt, and 4 pairs of underwear. And again, with all this stuff, I can create so many different outfits using what I'm wearing right now. And it's awesome. And you also have...
I didn't know you had so much stuff in your packing cube.
Yeah.
I have one outfit in my roll top. This is actually very handy with this backpack, but it has this little roll top.
Yeah, it's a lot of extra space.
So I have shorts, underwear, one t-shirt.
This is
and then I travel with a hoodie. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously everyone travels with a hoodie.
Yeah.
This is more for like the flight, that kind of thing. I just put the hoodie over my eyes and try to
and
fall
sometimes
asleep.
you do need it if it gets too cold. And
That's
also,
what I got.
another thing, very important, this thing that we clipped on the outside of my backpack. This holds all of our travel documents and like vaccination cards and yellow fever, credit cards, green card, all that
Currency.
stuff, currency. So this, I totally recommend that you have one of these. And also, oh, I forgot to mention my denim jacket. Obviously, I carry it with me on travel days. We're gonna get to like some tips to do on travel days for you later, but packing your bulky pieces is one of them. So I always have my denim jacket with me. And last but not least, this bag, because it's very annoying to get things out of your backpack when you need them. So all the documents are clipped on the outside of the backpack, and in here I have like my wallet and my sunnies and my cell phone, sometimes your cell phone too. So we have everything handy, so definitely bring one of these. Now we're gonna share some things that we don't travel with anymore. So obviously we have learned so much over the past 2 years as full-time travelers. And when we first left, we both had big suitcases, but they ended up being
2 full-size
so
suitcases.
heavy. I couldn't carry mine on most travel days. G had to take it up and down the stairs. It was just a hassle, so we decided that we were going to downgrade. So these are some of the things that we took out of our bags. The first one, obviously, clothing. Like, we have less options now, but it's totally fine. As you can see, we are perfectly comfortable with the things that we travel with. And I'm just reading notes here because we don't want to forget. Next.
A neck pillow. A lot of people swear by neck pillows.
Yeah.
We're definitely not on that team.
No.
On the very first travel day, I surprised Aimara with a ticket to Turkey. Sounds very nice. It was. But like when I told her the flight was 16 hours, she had like a mental breakdown. She's like, no way, I need a neck pillow. She bought a neck pillow.
At the airport, carried it with me, got rid of it like 3 months
Yeah.
into our trip. Like, it was like, I'm not using this at all. So
They're so bulky, you don't need one.
yeah, we don't recommend neck pillows, an umbrella. Usually Airbnbs have umbrellas, like you really
Yeah.
don't need it.
Hotels have complimentary umbrellas.
Yeah, you really don't need that stuff.
We do have one thing that keeps our bags dry because we have so much camera
Yeah.
equipment, and that came actually with this black backpack, so it's just like a cover.
Yeah.
So that's kind of helpful.
And this one is very important, is extra products. So all the what ifs. You think about so many things that could go wrong, so many things that you can need. You won't need them. And if you need them, you can get them wherever you are, most likely. So we had, you know, like extra shampoo, extra soap. I had extra moisturizer, a fancy like dress in case we had like a fancy event. Like, we never use those things.
We didn't go to any events.
And then you can just figure it out, whatever you have. If something comes up, just like buy a dress. You know, like it doesn't matter. Like, you have options wherever you go. Jackets or too many layers. Turns out like it applies for us because we usually go to warm places, so we don't need. That's another what if, you know, like if it gets cold.
I used to travel with a puffer. Now it's like a light puffer. That one
Yeah.
stays at home. Now I just have like a rain jacket and a thermal shirt. And whenever we're going somewhere
Yeah.
a little bit chillier, takes up much less space,
Yeah.
keeps you just as warm.
Yeah, and then jeans. Some people might not agree with that, but like we don't really like jeans, so they're
And
so
they're super
bulky,
bulky, yeah.
and heavy. So we prefer joggers.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna share some tips and lessons that we have learned over the past 2 years. We have learned a lot since we started full-time travel, and we want to share the knowledge or wisdom with you guys. The first one is wear your bulky pieces on travel days as much as possible without looking ridiculous or like being super hot. But for us, for example, what I'm wearing right now is what I would wear on a travel day. So I'm gonna be wearing pants, an extra layer. I'm gonna have my denim jacket with me, my pashmina. You are gonna have your joggers, shoes, anything bulky, bring it with you on travel days, and don't let that take space from your suitcase.
Next up is bring a foldable gym or beach bag. We have one that compresses to like this big,
It's
and it's
tiny,
very useful when
yeah.
you bring it to markets or if you're going to the beach and you don't want to carry a backpack. We definitely recommend it. Very easy.
We don't have it right now because his sister has it, but it is really nice. We're going to link it in the description. The other one is take photos of all of your important documents. We can't say this enough because we lost our passports in Turkey, in Gaziantep 2 years ago. Thankfully, we got them back, but we had no pictures of anything. So that would have been terrible. So make sure to do that. We forgot to show you guys this that we have for our vitamins and supplements. We are super healthy people, believe it or not.
We try to be.
We try to be. So
It's not always easy to eat healthy on the road.
Yes. So, I mean, we'll share in the description what we have here. I don't want to get into it, like vitamin C, magnesium, vitamin D, all that stuff. And this one is a game changer. We're going to talk about toiletries and the fact that, I don't know if you've thought about this, but you can share all of your toiletries except for deodorant and your toothbrush.
But also sometimes deodorant.
Sometimes.
We have a hairbrush. This is where I keep all my ponytails and bobby pins, Q-tips, face scrub, face wash, my foundation, deodorant, shampoo, body lotion, cute little perfume oil that smells amazing, oil for my nails, nail polish, base coat and top coat, all my mani-pedi stuff, a bar soap just in case we need one, razor, earplugs, tweezers, face serum, face moisturizer, eye cream, and these laundry sheets that are amazing when we need to do laundry and take no space, and one of these washes all your laundry pretty much. If you got anything from this video, I hope it is that you will always regret overpacking. It is a mental barrier to overcome. Trust me, it was so hard for me because I do love styling and clothing, and I was freaking out because I thought that I wouldn't have like that many options. But your life is so much better when you pack less things, so you really don't have to waste time making those crazy decisions in the morning, what to wear and all that stuff. It's so simple, and I feel like it opened our minds to like be more creative and just have more peace of mind. So I hope you learn how to not overpack, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And I also wanted to remind you guys that there is a PDF in the description for the girls, also for the guys. Well, not for the guys, for like anyone. If you're traveling as a couple, it's a packing list, but the one for the girls is really special because I put all my styling tips and a lot of fun things that I prepared for you, and it's completely free. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.